My camera shut off again, but I figured out what's going on now, so hopefully it won't do that again. I had it set for a high frame rate for another project and forgot to take it off. So it was filling up much quicker, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. It didn't want me to keep going for too long. What I'm going to do is take my hanger tool here from Nurture Soap, and I hope you guys can see this well. I'm trying to operate in a way that works for me also. And I'm just swirling it about, really. I just want that top to be nicely swirled. Super fun. It's quite thick, so it can handle quite a bit of movement there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up and I'll come back for the next part of this soap process. Okay, so one thing that's going to try to take place is the discoloration, the brown discoloration from the fragrance on the base is going to try to seep up into my white top. So I'm going to do a little bit of mica sprinkling just to kind of create a little bit of a barrier there. So I have mixed just a little bit of the copper and the brown together. I want it to soak in and not be dry, if that makes sense. Because if it's too dry, then the top may break free. So definitely don't want to overdo it. So like this looks really great, but say right here there's a little extra. That could end up causing me a little bit of trouble in the long run. Okay, so for this part I'm just mixing up a small batch for the white. Add in my lye solution. I've reduced the water on it a little bit so that it will get thicker a little bit quicker. This part is going to be unscented because I don't want it to discolor at all. And I have some titanium dioxide mixed up. Whenever I'm doing a white top soap like this, I do like giving it a little bit of a white soap pour while it's thin. Kind of can make sure it fills all those divots. I did make some divots. I'm not sure if I ever said that. Probably quite obvious. This is going to be a pretty full mold. I might have to, whoops, helps if you get it in the mold. I might have to shrink wrap these. I'm not sure they're going to fit in the boxes. So now I'm just going to wait until I can go ahead and spoon the rest on. Looking good, so I'm going to start dolloping. I just take my little spoon and just dollop it across the top. I'll do this probably a couple times for each. It's just a fun fun look. I do like how it looks with the white base on it already, but it would look really cool without too. This was a special request from a friend of mine to do the dollop. I debated piping, but I do enjoy dolloping, so I'm glad she suggested it and requested it. And so, dollop it is. I don't think I'll sprinkle anything on the top. I'm just going to leave it white. There we have one looking good. I decided I was going to move these away from each other so I could actually work a little bit. Pumpkin coffee soap. You can see it's discolored quite a bit. It's actually been quite a while since I made this soap, and so it's had the chance to discolor, but when you look at the inside it's going to be quite light, which that's the fun part about this whole process, is the discoloration. It's kind of fun to see it as it goes through the process. I do have a bunch of cut bars over here. I've cut almost all of the soaps except for these, and so here is the final result. I was quite surprised that my pumpkin color ended up right here, but it's okay. I wanted something very subtle. Pumpkin coffee obviously is an orange, so I think it works out. I really like how the mica layer did separate the discoloration. Even though it is creeping up just a little, it still happens, and that's okay. Alright, so let's cut into this. I don't need much on the end of this loaf. Now you can see there how the discoloration is seeping in, and it discolors due to the vanillin in the fragrance. It needs the exposure to the air to discolor. So it starts working its way in, but the inside stays nice and fresh until it's cut and exposed to the air. Isn't that neat? I just love it. I so wish it could stay that way sometimes. My paper towel's even a little bit discolored here. I'm going to go ahead and set them here, but I am probably going to switch out that paper towel. I'll have to take everybody off. Isn't that neat? I just love it. That's so cool. And it has been at least a couple of weeks. I have to say I completely forgot I needed to cut these. I had them in my head that I'd done it already because I'd obviously cut all these other ones. So I got a little confuzzled there. And so these have cured a little bit longer in a loaf than what I would prefer. So it is quite a bit harder to cut, and it's a little bit more crumbly than it would be normally. Not crumbly as a whole, I'm just saying these little bits that get caught up on the wire, more crumbly instead of squishy. I love it. Oh, this is just so fun. This loaf, the swirls went down a little bit further in the center, so that's cool. You can see how drastic that line is between the white. I just love that. It's so nice. So this turned out pretty much exactly as I hoped. Maybe a little bit more pumpkin would have been nice. Color swirl. Gets the job done. Definitely very pumpkin-y and coffee-y. It smells amazing. It's got that coffee, but it's sweet, a little bit spicy. It's not super duper strong in the spice department, so that's good. I know that a lot of it is the aromatics. Like when you're drinking a pumpkin latte, they usually sprinkle a little bit of whipped cream. They usually sprinkle cinnamon and spices on the whipped cream. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, oh, it's a neat bar. Look at that. And so you get that aromatics. But my experience, my taste buds, I don't taste a whole lot of pumpkin in the pumpkin spice, even though it is there. So Starbucks usually releases theirs on September 1st, and that was kind of be my goal for my fall release, but I'm not gonna make exactly the 1st, and that's right in on Labor Day weekend. So I'm gonna try for September 5th for this release, and I don't know if this will go up before or after these are released, so make sure you just check it out and read the description below for the video, and we can see what it says. Looks like I need to add one here on the end. I guess you guys can't even really see my stack over here. Okay, let's see if we can get one more off of this one. Yes. One little slice. These go out as samples as long as they dry flat. Sometimes they don't dry flat. They kind of curl a little bit depending on how thick or thin they are. So look at that. Isn't that neat? I just love it. So this little guy does not have a space on my tray yet, so I'm going to have to make a spot for him. So here we have the pumpkin coffee soap, as it discolors all the way. Kind of reminds me of my root beer soap that I made long ago. And so if I were to clean this up just a smidgen here, I can bring my tray over, and so you can see all these delightful pumpkin coffee soaps that are curing, and I'll talk to you later.